Hi, and welcome to Telly Talk. I'm Liv.
And I'm Ben.
And on this episode, you'll hear our carefully considered and not at all random thoughts on a show we like. There will be spoilers.
This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. We're giving ourselves an age rating of 15 and above, but you're welcome to make up your own mind. Listener discretion is advised.
We are back.
We have returned. We went away, but then we're back.
Yes, and we're covering Suddenly Amish, Season 1, Episode 6, which is not the last episode.
I know. It is so weird how they are plotting this. They're like, we're going to keep it a secret. No one will know.
Yeah.
It looks like there's at least 2 more episodes.
Yeah.
Who knows if there's more?
We spent most of this episode going, this can't be the last one. They're setting too much stuff up.
Yeah, I was like, we got 5 minutes left. And they haven't even started, I was going to say the commitment ceremony, which I guess is sort of what it is. The reckoning. And I was like, because I turned to you and went, they can't be doing it unless they're just going to really rush it. Like it's going to be a real underwhelming thing if they all go, nah.
Well, and at some point in the episode, it said 10 days left until the reckoning. And it's thought, oh, okay, well, we did skip quite a few days in the beginning. So maybe they're doing the same thing at the end. No,
we got a day's worth yet.
Yeah.
They've got more filler.
Yeah.
All filler, no killer.
Done a whole review, changed a few processes. Not the end.
Yeah, it turns out. So, yeah, you got more of this coming your way into your ears digitally.
Yep.
You lucky fishes.
Okay.
Lucky ducks.
Let's... Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to start with Esme.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel like she's settling in really well, and I'm a bit burdened by what Bishop Vernon said.
Burdened.
Yeah, because he said, well, I suppose he didn't overtly say he doesn't think she's going to fit in, but he did not group her in the category of fitting in, and yet I feel like she is fitting in.
Okay, so bear in mind we get an edit, and he's not there most of the time, so it's the uninformed view versus the uninformed view.
Yeah, well, I am informed via the edit. And in the edit, I see her getting on with everyone, doing her chores, sitting. She was peeling those vegetables, whatever it was, peaches, I don't know.
Lemons.
On the bench, and she looked so natural, like she was just talking.
You're just going off of vibes then.
Going off of vibes. And I'm feeling like she's vibing well with the Amish.
How 2026 of you that you're going on vibes.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind, though, that they're Amish, allegedly, maybe Mennonite, who knows. So her previous histrionics probably weigh against her somewhat. Because I get the impression that histrionics are not really an Amish thing.
Yes, but they are in the past, in history, if you will. So I think the Amish can just forgive, forget, move on, and let her stay.
Apparently not.
Well, I think they should.
Well, maybe they're going to let her, but he's sceptical as to whether she'll want to.
I just don't want him to be sceptical, though.
Right.
You know?
So you want the famously closed-minded and, secluded community to be less closed-minded
More
and secluded.
open-minded. Yeah.
I don't think that's the point of this exercise, though, is it?
Isn't it?
No, the idea is that the Muggles go to the Amish as opposed to the Amish go to the Muggles.
Well, okay. But maybe they could be a bit more optimistic.
You know how we've been banging on about Matt and Kendra not really getting this process? I feel like you, Liv, are not getting this process.
No, I get the process.
You just reject it.
I just think that they could be more welcoming. Well, they are quite well. Some of them are welcoming.
You don't judge everyone by James.
Yeah, that's what was happening. Because Sarah and Alan are very welcoming.
I know, they're lovely.
They are lovely, and if it was down to them, I don't think anyone would have left.
Maybe not.
I don't think so.
I think Matt might have.
You reckon?
Yeah,
if none of this had ever happened?
I don't know.
I don't think so. And Emma agrees with me.
Yes, but she just chipped off as well.
Well, don't spoil it. Oh, Emma blamed herself, didn't she, for Matt and Kendra?
I think the royal we was doing an awful lot of work there. I think that was a thinly veiled... I don't want to say it was James's fault, but it was James's fault.
No, I think she was classing all of the Amish together of we have failed, we have not been.
I think you're being generous there.
Okay.
I think she was having a dig at James, because I think she's hacked off.
I don't know if she was, because she looked sad.
I think she was sad because James was more into Kendra than her.
Same thing. Sad is sad, right?
No. No.
Yes.
No.
Anyway, we've gone off topic. We're meant to be talking about Esme. This is all your fault, Ben.
Well, it's because there wasn't a lot to say about Esme. She's given it a better go than she was. Evidently, the edit has decided that she will be edited positively now.
Yeah, to me, she looks like she's a natural at being an Amish person.
In one of my most moments, she got a fish hook right in the thumb. Yeah. As soon as we saw fishing, I was like, oh God, they're flailing around and getting agitated.
Novices fishing.
Someone's getting a hook in them and then it's straight in her thumb and I'm like...
She doesn't complain, though.
No, she starts wiping blood off on her vestments.
I did not
or whatever
notice
they were.
that.
Yeah, I did.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, because whenever I've done fishing before, I've been like, I was going to get a hook and thing, and it freaks me out. And so, yeah.
That was lots of words that weren't words just then.
I get worried that I'll get a hook in me. I'm very funny about it. And so I was on high alert the moment I saw fishing rods, and there you go.
Okay.
Right in her thumb. No one noticed. No one cared.
It wasn't a big deal. Okay.
I'm just having palpitations over here. But yeah, that's Esme, really.
Yeah.
The big highlight was she looked at ease while chatting and peeling some stuff.
Okay, now, I know that I wanted to start with Esme, but I feel like that might have been a mistake.
Yes. Well, yes, hence why I was like, really? Okay.
Now I think we should have started with Matt.
The way they started the episode. Because ding, 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 dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. It's the big showdown. In one corner it's James. In the other it's Matt and Kendra. There's going to be a big... Oh, it's just a damp squib and nothing happens. What a shame.
Okay, nice.
They really built that up, didn't they?
So did you.
Showdown. But they built it... I was illustrating a point.
Yeah. Well...
in yet another massive cliffhanger setup that is immediately
same as
deposited
last one.
Immediately. It's just like, oh yeah, that was nothing. Boring. Like we were
it
set
wasn't
up.
Nothing.
It was set up as this big showdown where he's going to kick the door in and drag them out, and it was like, yeah, he kept knocking on the door and we didn't answer, and eventually he went away.
Yeah, how long do you reckon he was knocking for?
I'm not entirely convinced that was even their room.
Yeah.
Yeah, cynic in me goes, they went and go, James, it's dark, go knock on that door for a bit, and then we'll have the talking heads. We have no proof they were in there.
I don't know what to do with you right now.
What? Am I too cynical?
Yeah, like, that takes all the fun out of it, doesn't it?
Does it?
Well, yeah.
Oh. Ignore what I said, I think it's real.
Oh, God.
Do you want to do
No,
that?
nothing happened. Let's move on.
Well, to be fair, stuff does happen, because it results in quite a lot of drama.
Well, Matt's gone again.
Who'd have thought?
He's like, I'm not putting up with this. No. I've had my way with Kendra, even though they deny it, and now I'm off.
And not only that, we get a talking ahead of her going, he's gone. He's booked a flight, and I'm just stuck on my own now.
I don't know what to do.
And I'm like, oh, he's such a classy gen.
What a dick.
He cares so much about her. He came back for her, and now he's like, oh yeah, I'm done, see ya.
Yeah.
Didn't even book her a flight back with him.
He just left her.
Yeah.
He had his way, and then he left.
Mm-hmm. And isn't that just the classy Matt we know and adore? Yeah, he's got, but not before he gets all like, woe is me, I'm the victim.
Oh yeah, so much projection going on here.
I think all of these people are selfish, two-faced, and pathetic.
Yeah. Oh, are you talking about you? Because I think you're talking about you.
That does sound... back at you.
Yeah.
I know you are, but what am I? It's that level.
Oh,
but and he gets all toddlery at like really shunning Aaron because he's like, you guys ratted me out. Oh, snitches. Because he was like, how did James know that I was in the one motel within an 8,000-mile radius? I could have avoided all that awkward knocking. But no, you sicked the James on me.
I mean, in fairness, right, if they didn't actually do anything, I'm talking about Matt and
Right,
Kendra.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
If they didn't actually do anything in that room,
Quite a heavy
it's
hypothetical.
possibly because of all the knocking from James.
The knocking was stopped by the knocking.
Yeah.
Hey!
Success.
Yeah. It's a difficult one because I do also go, yeah, James, what are you doing, mate?
I mean, he's fueled by jealousy, isn't he?
Yes. Yes, he is. I think we're just lucky it was his fist he was knocking on the door with. Pounding on that door.
Poor Emma.
But yeah, he rocks up and gives everyone the cold shoulder, doesn't want to talk to anyone, and then starts crying to the camera that he's hard done by. I think this whole Amish thing, it was just not for me.
Yeah.
Yes, that I agree. I agree with Matt on one thing.
Yeah.
It's not for him. And he's successfully achieved his mission of coming back and absolutely ruining the shit out of it for Kendra.
Yeah. I'm glad he's gone, and I don't think he'll come back.
You don't think he's going to come back? You don't think he's going to come along to the reckoning?
No.
Do you think those two will stay together?
Absolutely not.
Because he's flown off and left her in a motel room.
He's just abandoned her.
But it's okay, they just chatted all night, right? So, you know. But she has what might be the longest walk of shame I've ever seen in my life.
Because you said, why doesn't the car drop her off closer to the house? And I said, I don't think cars are allowed that close to the house. And then at the end of the episode, there's a car right outside the door.
Basically on their porch.
Yeah.
So I just turned to look at you and I went, they can drive to the house, eh?
Yeah, okay.
No, they were just making a point with old Kendra. They were like, you've got deeply inappropriate footwear.
Off you go.
Long old walk. We got to have the drone shots, which are totally fine on Amish airspace. Amish airspace, do you reckon that's a thing?
I hope it is.
You're only allowed up there with a horse. You catapulted up there. Oh, dear.
I wonder where they stand on hot air balloons.
Oh, my God. That would be amazing.
It's just fire.
The Amish Air Force, and
Yeah.
it's just one dude with a balloon. Yeah. No bombs, just big heavy anvils.
Yeah. Anyway, Kendra comes back to the property.
She manages to avoid the Air
The
Force.
mile-long walk of shame.
Yep.
And she wants to apologise.
But on the plus side, Billy Joe is totally chill.
Yeah, it doesn't go well.
No, it doesn't.
No,
well,
it doesn't.
Initially, it doesn't go that well.
So she wants to talk to everyone. And Billy Joe storms off very loudly and refuses.
Yeah.
And then sits on the porch in a rocking chair and listens and gets completely wound up. And you can see her getting more and more angry.
That might be the most Amish thing that's happened on this show. She was furious, so she sat on the porch in a rocking chair all huffy-like.
Yeah, and then she stood up from the rocking chair, shouted her piece again, and stormed off again.
I love that she went, I'm not going to engage, but I will say one thing. I'm
Yeah.
like, that is engaging though, isn't it?
And it was more than one thing.
I'm not talking to you, but I will say this to your face.
And she left. And then I thought, great, now Kendra's in the victim role again. Here she is, crying. She's so hard done by. People are shouting at her. And who goes to go and calm and add reason to Billy Joe?
It's everyone's favourite chicken victim, Judah.
Judah. And how mature is this?
Yeah.
He has grown immensely.
And to be fair, he doesn't just try and appease Billy Joe. He does challenge her by saying,
Yeah.
you're not listening to her. You know, you've said your piece, but you haven't given her a chance. So you do need to listen to what she has to say.
And he even said you need to listen to each other.
Yeah, because he had outside said to Kendra, like, you know, she spoke her truth and that's how she feels.
And she's
actually,
angry.
Yeah,
And
and
she's
so
hurt.
he was there was a lot of emotional maturity there.
Yeah, yeah.
He might not have farmyard maturity, but he's got emotional maturity.
Yeah.
So
I was
props to him.
impressed.
I've been more and more, like Alan, I have been more and more impressed with Judah. And we'll get to him. But
Billy Joe.
Billy Joe is...
I suppose technically we're on Kendra. Whoops.
Well, they're intertwined in this because they has a big row.
Yeah, so Billy Joe comes out and says, "Can I talk to you one-on-one?" And it was kind of like, no offence to you guys, but I want to talk one-on-one.
Or respectfully, I want to talk to her alone. Everyone's like, I don't want to get in the blast radius of this, thanks.
Yeah.
Let's go talk, round the back.
A large air of self-importance.
Yes, Billy Joe does have a certain amount of self-importance, doesn't she? But, you know, she is the best Amish girl.
And so she has this conversation and it goes much better.
Yeah, because she actually takes a minute to go, yeah, to be fair, you're kind of right. Because Kendra expresses, like, this wasn't about any of you. It was just, I came to realise that maybe this isn't for me because
Well, she says everyone's treating me like I'm Amish, but I'm not. I haven't grown up in this lifestyle.
And so it was, and I kind of said, like, do you know what? I feel like that was a good point. You know, she's like, I know I came to this process, and I am trying, and I know other people, but this is a big culture shock for me.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I fell off the wagon, so to speak. And everyone's acting like I'm of the Amish, and like this is unforgivable. But maybe I should be cut some slack.
Actually, so this sort of links back into my point about Emma. Because she says, I was just trying to have a date with Matt and we kept getting interrupted and I just wanted to have some peace and quiet so I could get to know him.
No one...
And that reminds me of when Emma was saying we didn't give them the respect that they deserve. Because she was the one that interjected herself into their date.
I think they came into that not trusting Kendra and Matt at all. They were like, we have to come down on them. I think Emma was sort of polluted by James's attitude towards Matt and Kendra a bit, and I think she was swept along with it. And I think in retrospect she's gone, actually, this was tainted by James's
And
desire.
not just that, but it wasn't respectful.
No.
Like, as in, what Kendra and Matt did was not respectful of the Amish lifestyle. But the reaction from the native Amish was also not respectful in response.
And that's, in microcosm, what Alan said, hasn't he? He said, like, I think... He focused on James, but he said, like, the reaction was not... Like, Amish do not do drama.
Yeah.
And there was drama.
Yeah, because he says that of why Emma's left.
Yeah.
Because there was too much drama. It's not the Amish way.
Yeah. And I think you've got that intertwined with Emma having complicated feelings of her relationship with James and James's feelings towards Kendra, etc.
Yeah. So ultimately, Kendra leaves.
Yes.
She comes back to apologise, but she's gone. She's back in her muggle clothes.
Yeah.
And she's not coming back. She's just really come to say goodbye and sort of close it off as a chapter.
Which I think was fairly good. It was very contrasting with Matt, who just blanked everyone, had a bit of a cry, and then pissed off again.
Mm-hmm. She's owning it and she's taking responsibility.
So yeah, I feel like under the circumstances, she left about as well as she could.
Yes. Then we contrast that to Emma herself. So we see some scenes upstairs, like we saw in the last episode.
Oh god, and these freak me out because they're filmed in the sort of night vision CCTV camera.
Yeah.
They feel really paranormal activity. It's like paranormal caught on camera. So I'm expecting there to be a ghost.
Well, you said that, and then obviously it's, I think, evening, not quite nighttime. So there are, in fact, people moving around downstairs. And I nearly said to you, there's movement down there.
I don't think I didn't notice it, but I think it was light reflecting off of the fly tape.
No, it was people moving around.
Was it
like
people?
I said, I think it was evening, not nighttime.
So she snuck into his room with people about. They like it.
Well, she was sorting the washing, wasn't she? She dumped a sheet on the banister.
Oh.
Yeah, she goes in.
That's her ruse.
She goes into James and says, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I'm not putting up with this anymore. I don't want to be around liars.
And yeah, it's like, ooh, caught on a hot mic.
Yeah.
A row.
Yeah.
Because she's basically going, you're a liar, you're not being honest, and I can't associate with you, and I'm leaving. And he's like, well, are you going yet, or what?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah. And he goes, I can't believe it. He seems to get very on his high horse, like quite haughty when people challenge him. Like, especially Emma.
What I was disappointed by was that she did just leave.
Yeah.
So we are then left with James explaining to the others why she's gone. Yeah. And again,
you get
lies.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you think James was going to be entirely upfront about that?
I don't know, but I feel like Emma would have done better to explain herself.
Yes, and it's particularly interesting because they've obviously got her back for the talking heads, which is interesting. But yeah, it's like she just walks down the stairs, leaves the washing, and just strides out into the darkness. I'm going home. In my head, she's walked straight home.
Because James said to her, where are you going? Home. She said it in Dutch, but I understood.
Yeah, it's because they had captions.
And it sounded exactly like home.
And in my head, she was just Terminator walking directly through fields, not even going down past, just straight as the crow flies home. Dun, 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 dun. I know, I think she can be quite scary.
Maybe she got one of those flying horses.
Yes. She hopped on the first catapult horse to wherever it is she's from. Although, is that from the strict community?
Well, I don't know. I
no
don't
one
think
knows.
so.
She's going to miss that fridge.
I mean, in fairness, I suppose she could be from this community and she just lives elsewhere, usually.
Yeah.
Maybe with her parents.
Although we've learned subsequently she's on Instagram and she regularly wears muggle clothes and supports Trump and all of that. And she posts on Insta a lot, so... Who knows? Plainly, she's got a phone. Because I assume you can only post to Insta from a phone.
Wow.
A pager?
You're so old. So she's gone, and I do feel it would have been good to have an explanation direct from her. Because even Alan and Sarah don't know.
No, they're just like, oh,
they're left going, I think it's more than what James is saying.
Because I feel like surely everyone was like, where's Emma? Normally she's the one telling us what to do.
Well, James calls everyone together for a big meeting, doesn't he? And I think everyone's like, okay, and what's the rest of the story?
Yeah.
What aren't you saying?
Because everyone is like, I think it might have had something to do with the fact that he wasn't paying her enough attention compared to
Kendra.
And everyone. No one's fooling for this.
Yeah.
James is like, yeah, she felt that we failed and she's lost faith in the process.
And actually, then it was interesting when Bishop Vernon is chatting with Alan and Sarah.
Vernie.
Yeah, and they're having to say, look, we've lost 3 people, 2 muggles and 1 of our own. And he says, what happened? And then he says, well, actually, I think there was some hanky-panky going on.
See, hanky-panky, both hanky and panky, although allegedly not. Although they
No, he says to him, he says to Bishop Vernon, there was something going on, and in his opinion, in Alan's opinion, Kendra and Matt thought, well, if you're acting this way, then we should be able to act this way.
Yeah, he said as much. He said that James and Emma were acting inappropriately, flirting.
Yes.
And
the like.
And the like. Yes, nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is really. I mean, having it all aired to the bishop as well. Like James is in trouble, considering James is like, please unshun me, Mr. Vernon, Bishop Vernon, sir.
Yeah.
And he's just ruined everything.
He's probably just not aware of how visible his behaviours are. So he thinks he's being really covert, and actually everyone knows what's going on.
James, not as clever as James thinks. But I also thought, like, just to take a step back when we go to Bishop Vernon's house, has there ever been a situation where a man looks far too big for his own rocking chair? And also, when he was like, I think you need to take a seat, I genuinely thought he was only handing them one chair. And it was going to be a case that they'd either have to both perch on one chair or only one could sit. And I was like, oh, this will be... And then there was 2 and my little scenario didn't play out. Yeah.
I did notice how many houseplants there were, though.
A boatload of them.
And I wondered if this was a set or if you're just allowed houseplants. I feel like that's frivolous.
Why would you not be allowed houseplants?
Because they don't do anything. They're not productive.
Apparently you're allowed a fridge.
Well, that's productive.
Well, they create a lovely atmosphere and they produce oxygen so that we can breathe.
Okay.
But he did seem to really like plants in that specific corner.
Yes. Well, it was a window corner.
Next to his little heater.
Yeah.
But yeah, it did feel a bit setty, didn't it? But now who's cynical?
No, I'm just saying, look like a set. Moving on.
Well, he asks them what... Because basically in this scene, it seemed like they were basically going, look, this is a dud. Let's figure out what we're going to do for season 2, because we have royally buggered this one up.
I liked this though, because and they weren't actually talking about season 2. They were obviously talking about later episodes in this season.
It really feels like they're saying, we've really buggered this up.
Yeah,
which they have.
Yeah, but what I liked is that they're trying to fix it.
They are.
They're not going, we are right, they are wrong, hard down the line. They're going, how can we make this experience better?
I love that their way of making this better is to go, Judah's mum who doesn't want him to be here? Ship her in. This will make it better.
I thought they were just going to do a phone call.
Yeah, they spent all of that time showing us making the phone shack.
Yeah.
Phone shack, baby.
And it was pointless because James had a mobile in his pocket this whole time.
Yeah.
And Emma probably did as well.
Yeah, but to be fair, he's not like relationship interested in anyone else, so they're not allowed to use his phone. But yeah, they decided to up the drama by shipping in family members. Or one.
Yeah, anyway, that is for the next episode.
Yes.
Back to this episode. Let's talk Well, I suppose we've got Aaron, technically Billy Joe and Judah left, but we kind of covered Billy Joe with
she
Kendra's.
was angry. Grrr.
Yeah.
And she's just Amishing about the place.
Otherwise, she's just sort of going about her business.
I forget. I get confused between her and Sarah quite a lot because they look relatively similar, except one wears glasses, one doesn't. They're basically little old Amish women.
Okay, they're in their 40s, but that's fine.
Oh, God. But again, because they're living so traditionally, they look older.
Is that how it goes? Aren't people supposed to look younger?
Well, I think the thing is they're dressed in like oldie-worldy clothes, so they just look like they're 104 years old to me.
I see. That sounds like a you problem.
It probably is a me problem. I didn't say it was anything but.
I want to talk about Aaron quickly because I would like to end with Judah.
Okay. He's killing it.
Yeah, he's genuinely settling in really well.
His one reservation is the hearing aids.
Yes.
And I felt like going, but mate, just wait until you're proper Amish. You do what you want. You can have your phone in your pocket.
Sneak your phone back in.
Once you're not under James's roof, do what you like.
Yeah, because his hearing aid, his original one that he brought in, was almost invisible. Yeah. You couldn't see it because it sat right in his ear.
Just sew a secret phone pocket in your get up.
Yeah.
And you can apparently just carry a phone around on your pocket.
Yeah.
If you can have a fridge, you can have proper hearing aids.
Yeah.
You just got to tough it out for a bit.
What was it, 10 more days and then get your own hearing aid?
I'm not making light of his situation. I'm genuinely like, if that's your one concern, I reckon you can figure that out.
Yeah.
I reckon I'll be fine.
I agree.
Yeah. You could have one in each pocket in case one falls out and you've got backup.
The thing that gets me here is we know that the Amish in general approve of medical treatment.
Yeah.
And we even see a clip from the next episode that Billy Joe goes to hospital.
That's true.
They're fine with maintaining health.
Yeah.
So I don't see why the hearing aids can't be adapted to fit with the Amish lifestyle.
Can I be cynical again for a moment? That makes it sound like I can't.
I'm going to see what you say and then decide whether it's okay.
I wonder if actually they are pretty chill about the whole phone hearing aid thing. But for the purposes of drama on the television show, they've gone, can you just act like he's only allowed to use these like 1980s ones? Because that would be helpful for us. And we're gonna make an overall point about disability and inclusion and stuff.
Yeah, but do you think the Amish would go for those kind of games?
Yeah, look at them. I cynically think they are going for a lot of this stuff.
But it's like Alan Sugar, isn't it? Or Lord Alan Sugar.
Is it?
Yeah, because he doesn't play games. He doesn't do gimmicks for publicity.
I think he does, though.
Well...
Have you seen Joe Lycett calls him out all the time for stuff?
No.
Yeah.
That's the way. Joe Lycett. He's so good.
Big up Joe Lycett. We're not sponsored, but he's amazing.
Yeah.
But so I feel like, if anything, you're illustrating my point really well.
All right, well, let's move on.
Joe Lycett and I agree. Endorsed. Unofficially, not really.
So hopefully he will stay, because otherwise he's settling in really well.
I feel like it's down to him and Billy Joe, really.
I'm thinking Esme as well,
but
and
then
maybe Judah.
Because that's how
all four of them.
I mean, that's the edit, isn't it? They're like, ooh, because what they've done is we've had a talking head from all of them in this episode going, oh, I don't know, I'm quite liking it, but I don't know. Even Aaron is like, I don't know, because I'm the hearing aid.
Yeah.
But Judah, like, they really show, and I know we're doubling back to Judah.
We can go to Judah now. I think Aaron's done for the episode.
His sort of like storyline at the moment is growth and progression. We get that fishing scene where he finally touches a fish, and it's really hard.
It's so funny because he's got his hand like around it, and he's like, all I have to do now is touch it, and he's there for ages.
I can't close my hand.
Alan's like, just do it, and he's like, I'm trying.
Close your hand really quick, and then he does it, and he's like, yeah, and then he just like hurls that.
Well, he does hold it for a while.
He does. And
I was really proud of him because I would have responded in the exact same way as him.
You absolutely
I don't want to touch it.
And also, he's like, I even unhooked it. I'm like, no, Alan unhooked it. You held it.
They worked together.
Yes, they worked together, and Alan showed the patience of a literal saint.
Which Judah, to be fair, did call out.
Judah was only one step away from drop kicking that thing back into the lake. He was like, and then hurled it.
That's what I'd be worried about. Like, as soon as I touch it, I go, like,
that is, I can guarantee you 100% what you would do. And it would drop on the floor.
I
and
know.
then you'd be like going, Ben, ah! And then you'd step on it. You'd freak out. You are the Judah.
Yes, okay. I'm not scared of chickens, though.
No. Every time I'm just like, I really want there to be but in the preview we see him introducing his mum to the chickens, and she's like, oh hell no.
Yeah.
But he's like, no, they're just feeding, and he's the one introducing her. It's really sweet.
It's
but
amazing.
yeah, I'm like, I know it's in the preview, so it's not this episode, but I already in that preview I was like, I see where you got this from. That apple did not fall far from that particular terrified tree.
Oh dear.
But yeah, we had a really lovely moment where Alan got to be like literal surrogate dad.
Well, he says, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
And that means so much to Judah.
I know, because we've heard that he grew up without a parental father figure.
Yeah.
And so we've seen at various points Alan say, they're like my kids. I feel like a father figure to them. And this was a real embodiment of that, and it was really touching.
It was.
And it was really sweet. And it obviously meant the world to Judah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for him to say, like, I've seen real progression from you, you've really put the work in, and you've really come a long way. I'm proud of you.
Because it was more than I'm proud of you for touching the fish. He did say about his journey and where he's come from. And
Such a weird show. Out of context. I'm really proud of you for touching the fish.
yeah. Well, I'm proud of you, Ben, for thinking about touching the fish.
I've touched fish.
No, you haven't.
God, I'm so defensive. I've touched fish. I've touched loads of fish. Why am I so defensive? Actually, I've touched loads of fish, and I've touched a bat. Why is this? Why? This
What
is
else
the
have you
first,
touched?
This is no comment, officer. Oh my god. This isn't even the first podcast episode where I've gone like, I've touched a thing, I've touched a bat. I'm like, why am I so defensive about what animals I've touched? Jesus Christ. What animals have you touched, Liv?
Rabbits, guinea
Right.
pigs,
Right.
donkeys,
Donkeys? Okay.
horses.
Right.
What other cute things? Dogs.
What, have you touched any
Cats.
unusual animals?
I did have a chameleon on my head once.
You did?
It climbed up my hair.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So I don't think I touched it. It touched me.
Oh, God. Where on this doll did the chameleon touch you, Liv? This has gone weird.
I don't know where we were.
So is a chameleon the weirdest animal that you've touched?
Possibly.
I think a bat is probably my most unusual.
You probably shouldn't touch a bat.
This one was like a rescue, so like
Yeah,
we
I
were
still
allowed.
don't think it's a good idea.
Well, it hasn't.
It's
caused...
like butterflies, isn't it? You shouldn't touch them because you can damage their wings. What?
So, I know we're off topic, but I have to clarify this. So what you're saying is touching a bat is just like, in your words, touching a butterfly.
Yeah.
The same, equal sign.
Yeah, I'd be concerned about the bat's welfare.
The bat was much more robust than a butterfly. Also, having walked through one of those butterfly emporiums, butterfly
Farms.
those things are robust as fuck.
No, they're not, though.
I got covered in the damn things, and I had to go back out to the gift shop through those little flappy bits, and I had 2 giant ones. I would not get off I had to bat them off.
No, you're not allowed to touch them.
No, well, they landed on me. What was I supposed to do?
There's signs up. It says you have to wait.
That's why the flappy things are there to knock them off.
No, that's not why.
But the staff were like, just knock them off.
No, they don't say that.
I was stood there with them. You were dealing with our traumatised children because they were terrified about this wave of butterflies flying. I'm going back to the gift shop to buy them something to chill them out. I'm covered in these giant butterflies that are like basically hugging my legs, going, "No, I live with you now," and I'm having to basically punch them off.
No, Ben.
At the instruction of the staff, right there.
They didn't say that.
Well, they didn't say punch it in the face. But that was the only way to get them off. Oh. I was about 2 butterflies away from flying.
Anyway.
What were we talking about?
Fish.
I've touched fish. I've touched loads of fish. What's the weirdest animal you've touched, Liv? I've touched a bat. Oh. Did you get the feeling this episode was a touch light on content?
I don't know. I thought it was good.
So Judah touched a fish. Have you touched a fish?
No.
I don't think you're appreciating the scale of this statement.
I think we finished.
I think, are we done?
Yeah, I think we actually are done.
So Judah's mum showed up at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so under the guise of... Like, they had no idea she was coming. Like, she just rocks up with her suitcase.
That's the car that pulls up.
And he's like, what are you doing here? You have no right to be here.
He looks annoyed, actually. The clips of when she's there and having dinner with them, he looks embarrassed and annoyed that she's there.
He said, like, the last time I saw her, she was telling me that I shouldn't come here. And I came here anyway, and I'm glad I did, because I'm doing really well. But she is not going to want me to be here.
Yeah.
And we see her talking head going, I'm bringing him home, or there's going to be a row.
Yeah.
So he knows his mum, I'll give him this. Do you think she's touched a fish?
No. No.
Do you think fish up Vernon?
They got a fish on the brain.
Oh, God. Do you think he's touched a fish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a manly thing to do, is what they say.
Okay. I actually, just a serious thing about the fishing.
Right.
I'm moderately surprised that they took Esme to do that. Because
Me
that
too.
feels like that would be in the realm of the men. I'm not saying it should be. I'm saying that I would have categorized... If I had to guess in where the Amish draw the line of male-female activities...
Maybe it crosses that line, though, of food and
Well,
hunting.
I suppose they did have Matt doing gardening, and they did say that the gardening was the purview of the ladies. So, they do a bit of cross-contamination or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. And maybe everyone just chips in a little bit.
Maybe she said she'd never touched a fish, and they wanted to rectify that because it's a big deal.
Well, she did actually talk about a lack of father figure in her life as well, and how she was really grateful.
It was the daddy outing with Alan.
Yeah.
Oh.
I did actually want to say, in all seriousness, though, that Alan talked... Respectfully, Alan spoke a couple of times this episode about being like the father to everyone. And I thought, you've said that before, almost every episode. You're opening yourself up to be hurt because you're not their dad. And okay, for some of them, like Judah and Esme, where you are actually doing something parental with them, that maybe you would start to grow those feelings. But he's been saying it from the beginning, and I sort of worry about his emotional well-being.
Well, yeah, because you have to, because he and Sarah have adopted, 4 Muggle kids in the past. So obviously that's a different situation because they've actually adopted them. So he is literally a parental guardian figure. Yeah. So I feel like he's sort of reverted to his experience of this is how I do it. This is how I do it.
But I think he is playing a dangerous game in that respect. I mean, he's doing it obviously for his own reasons and that he wants to be a dad, but you can't treat everyone like your child. Yeah. Everyone's an adult here, Yeah.
He might end up looking green around the gills.
Okay.
Yay!
And on that note...
Finn.
No.
Hey! So what would you rate this episode?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah. What was the highlight of the episode for you? I know this isn't a thing we do, but we're doing it now.
I did like the fish thing.
The fish thing.
Because I could see so much of myself in Judah. I would have been exactly the same, so I really found that relatable.
Okay, good. I'm giving it a solid 6 drop-kicked fish out of 7.
6
drop-kicked fish.
6.
Actually,
6 out of 7. Oh, that's a good score.
Can I actually revert that to being 6 Amish Air Forces out of 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a great time. It lost a point because Matt exists.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Lose a point.
But in some ways, him being in the episode and being such a douche highlights the goodness of the rest of the episode.
Yes, it does. But I had to watch him with my peepers.
Okay.
And I didn't enjoy that. And he didn't get any comeuppance. He just victimised himself and then pissed off.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because I know I should feel like Kendra got hers, but I feel like he came back, absolutely torpedoed her, and then left.
Yes.
And she's sort of collateral damage in the James-Matt war.
Then again, if she was that fragile with it,
yeah,
it was going to happen at some point.
Yeah, this is true. Like, you can make the argument that actually was... Maybe this just reflects that she wasn't going to fit in anyway.
Yeah, everyone has free will. Everyone makes decisions for themselves. She was ultimately responsible for her own behaviour.
But James said that she'd make a great Amish wife. And who are we to argue with James,
to
of all people?
Whom?
Oh, to him.
Yes.
Very specifically to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could have shared a mobile.
Well, yeah. Maybe that's how he'd have proposed. I present you your own iPhone 4.
She doesn't need iPhone 4.
Do you think after all of this that the phone shanty was actually just a little box for him to stand with his iPhone?
It turns out no one needs it because they've all got mobiles.
Yeah, I'm starting to think this is all a sham.
Yeah.
Bishop Vernon's actually got his own IT centre in the background.
Oh, let's not bring the bishop into it.
No, not dear Vernie Werney. And on that note, that's all, folks.
Thank you so much for listening. See you next time. Bye.
Toodles!